The sun has not yet risen, but the sky above the 7 hills is turning from black to deep blue, and the stars are fading one by one like candles being gently extinguished. You are lying on a simple bed, a wooden frame with ropes of woven leather stretched across it, and on top of these ropes lies a thin wool mattress stuffed with soft reeds. The blanket over you is made of wool as well, undyed and warm, and it holds the heat of your body close. The air in your small room is cool and still. Through the shutters, you can hear nothing yet. The city is asleep. You do not open your eyes right away. You lie very still, listening to your own breathing, slow and even. Your body feels heavy and soft against the mattress, and the blanket is tucked around your shoulders like a cocoon. You turn your head slightly to one side, and the pillow beneath your cheek is stuffed with feathers, so light that you barely feel it. The wooden frame creaks once very quietly as you shift your weight, and then it is silent again. You are not ready to wake, there is time. After a while, the light behind your eyelids changes. The deep blue is becoming softer, almost gray, and then a pale gold begins to touch the edges of the shutters. A bird calls somewhere outside, a single note, then nothing, then another note, a little different, answered by a second bird further away. They are not loud. They are like small drops of water falling into a deep pool. You open your eyes slowly, just a crack, and you see the wooden ceiling above you, dark beams crossing the white plaster. You sit up slowly, pushing the blanket down to your waist. The air feels cooler on your arms, but not cold. You swing your legs over the side of the bed, and your feet find the floor, which is packed earth covered with a thin layer of dried reeds. The reeds are soft and slightly scratchy beneath your soles. You sit there for a moment, your hands resting on your knees, looking at the room. A clay oil lamp sits on a small wooden table near the bed, its flame long since burned out. A wool tunic hangs from a peg on the wall. You stand and walk to the window. The shutters are wooden slats, and you push them open just enough to see outside. The street below is narrow and quiet. The buildings on the other side are still in shadow, their terracotta roofs dark and wet with dew. A stray dog lies curled against a doorway, its tail tucked around its nose. No one else is moving. The sky is pale blue now, and the first direct sunlight touches the top of a distant temple, turning its white stone to soft gold. You watch the light spread down the columns, slowly, inch by inch. You turn away from the window and dress. The tunic is soft from many washings, and it falls to just below your knees. You tie a simple wool belt around your waist and slip your feet into sandals. The leather is worn and comfortable. You walk to the door, which is made of heavy wood, and you lift the bar that holds it closed. The door swings open on leather hinges, and you step outside. The street is cooler than you expected, and a light breeze moves between the buildings, carrying the smell of damp stone. You close the door behind you and begin to walk. Your sandals make a soft sound on the cobblestones, a gentle tapping that echoes slightly against the walls. The sound is rhythmic and soothing, like a quiet heartbeat. You pass a small fountain built into the corner of a building. Water flows from a stone pipe into a shallow basin, and the sound is soft and steady, a low murmur that blends with the breeze. You stop for a moment and dip your fingers into the water. It is cool and clean. The street opens into a small square. In the center stands a fig tree, old and wide, its branches spreading out like arms. The leaves are dark green and full, and beneath the tree, a few wooden benches sit empty. You cross the square and sit down on one of the benches. The wood is cool and smooth. You lean back and look up at the sky through the leaves. The blue is soft and pale, and a single cloud drifts across it, moving so slowly that you cannot tell if it is moving at all. From somewhere nearby, you hear the sound of a broom sweeping stone, a slow, steady rhythm. Swish, pause, swish, pause. Someone is cleaning the entrance to their home, preparing for the day without any rush. You close your eyes and listen. Swish, pause, swish, pause. The sound is hypnotic, almost like a lullaby. Your breathing slows and your shoulders drop. You could fall asleep here on this bench beneath the fig tree with the morning light on your face, but you do not. You simply rest. The sun is higher now, and the square has begun to fill with soft sounds. A woman calls to her child from a doorway, her voice low and kind. A man carries a basket of bread on his shoulder, the loaves wrapped in cloth, and the smell of warm wheat follows him. You open your eyes and watch the world move slowly around you. No one is in a hurry. The morning is still young, and the heat of the day has not yet arrived. You stand and walk toward the market. The streets are wider here, and the buildings are taller, their walls painted with faded frescoes of flowers and birds. The colors are soft, worn by sun and rain, reds that have become pink, greens that have become gray. You walk slowly, looking at the walls as you pass. A bird painted on one wall has lost its head, but its wings are still spread wide, frozen in flight. You stop and look at it for a while, imagining the bird flying across a sky that no longer exists. The market is not loud. It is a gentle hum of voices and movement. Women and men sit behind their goods, spread on blankets on the ground. There are olives in clay bowls, dark and shiny. There are figs stacked in small pyramids, their skins split to show the pink flesh inside. There are wheels of cheese wrapped in grape leaves, and loaves of bread still warm, and bunches of herbs tied with twine. You walk slowly between the blankets, your sandals whispering on the stones. A woman offers you a small cup of watered wine, and you take it. The wine is pale and cool, and you drink it slowly, tasting the faint sweetness. You hand the cup back, and she smiles. No money changes hands. You buy a small piece of bread from a man whose hands are dusted with flour, and you break off a piece and put it in your mouth. The bread is dense and chewy, and you chew slowly, savoring the taste of grain and salt. You leave the market and walk toward the baths. The building is large and made of brick, and warm steam drifts from openings high in the walls. Inside, the air is warm and moist, and smells of herbs and clean water. The light is soft, filtered through small windows high above. You undress slowly and wrap a linen cloth around your waist. You walk into a warm pool, and the water comes up to your chest. The heat seeps into your muscles, and you lean back and close your eyes. Water drips somewhere, echoing in the room. A man speaks quietly to another across the pool, their voices soft like distant music. You let your arms float to the surface, and the water holds them gently. You stay for a long time, not thinking, just feeling the warmth. When you step out, your skin is soft and pink, and your body feels light, as if the water has carried away every small tension. You dress and walk outside. The afternoon sun is warm but not harsh. You find a small garden behind a public building, a quiet place with olive trees and a stone bench. You sit down and lean your head back. A bee moves lazily among the flowers nearby, It's buzzing low and constant. The leaves of the olive trees are silver and green, shimmering in the breeze. You watch them for a while, how they turn and catch the light. The afternoon passes in small moments. You walk through the forum, but it is quiet now, with only a few people sitting on temple steps. You climb a low hill and look out over the city. The rooftops stretch to the horizon, red and brown and gold, and beyond them, the hills are soft and blue. The sun begins to sink, and the light turns golden, then orange, then a deep and gentle rose. You return to your neighborhood as shadows grow long. The streets are quiet again. A lamp is lit in a window, a small flame flickering behind thin glass. Another appears further down, then another. The city is not darkening. It is glowing softly, like embers after a fire. You walk to the fountain where you stopped that morning, and you sit on its edge. The water still flows, the same soft murmur, steady and patient. You return to your room as the last light fades. The oil lamp on your table is still cold, but you do not light it. You undress and lie down on your bed in the dark. The wool blanket is soft and familiar. Through the shutters, you see a sliver of sky, and in that sliver, one bright star. You watch it for a while, then close your eyes. The city is quiet, distant sounds, soft and far away. Your breathing slows, your thoughts dissolve. The night holds you. You drift, you rest.